Jesus Christ's first coming was the fulfillment of a prophecy, and the events that happened then are connected to his second coming. Among the various events that occurred while Jesus was alive, one stood out, and that is the assistance provided by Simon from Cyrene in carrying the cross just moments before the crucifixion. What significance does this hold for you? Why was a black man chosen among all people? As Jesus was walking towards his crucifixion, Luke 23, verse 26, Simon from Cyrene, a city in North Africa, which is present-day Libya, was passing by. Jesus, in his human form, had become weak, so the burden of carrying the cross was placed upon Simon. It is remarkable to note that this significant role was entrusted to a man of African origin. What does this mean? An African was involved in the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion. Simon of Cyrene, a man deemed worthy by divine ordination, was chosen to play a crucial role in the work of salvation beyond human understanding. He was considered deserving of helping Jesus bear the weight of the cross, and he willingly embraced this responsibility. In obedience to Jesus' teaching, where he said, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." Luke 9:23. Simon carried the cross behind Jesus, showing the essence of true discipleship. This is the path a true follower of Christ should tread, denying yourself and willingly embracing the burdens and challenges that come with following Jesus. By carrying the cross, Simon shared in Jesus' burden of salvation, becoming an important figure in the work of redemption. Our God, being purposeful, directed the soldiers to choose Simon of Cyrene for the noble task of carrying the Lord's cross during his journey to Golgotha. This is significant because the one who carries our burdens, Psalm 55:22, graciously accepted assistance from a man, even a black man. It did not end there. The execution process, which included shameful public humiliation, involved Simon not only being an onlooker, but also actively participating in the Lord's journey toward crucifixion. Simon's role in carrying the Lord's cross becomes even more significant as it is evident that it was destined and preordained. The fact that his name specifically appears in the scriptures shows the importance of his involvement in this crucial event. It could have just been written, "a young man," but the specific mention of Simon from Cyrene shows that there is a deeper meaning attached to his involvement. This particular detail can be interpreted differently, but when we consider Jesus Christ's second coming, the presence of a black man helping him with the cross right before the crucifixion takes on a special significance. It indicates a spiritual revival among black people in these end times that is leading to his second coming. As Simon carries the cross towards the end of Jesus' earthly mission, it signifies that Africans and black people have a pivotal role to play again in our present world. Since Simon is from Cyrene, it, therefore, means that Africa has inherited a revival mandate meant to usher in the glorious coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Let's not be mistaken or confused by this revelation, as it does not mean that other races have no part to play in this spiritual revival. Instead, it shows that Africa's role in this revival has been prophetically established through Simon's action. The devil has devised a means to keep Africa oppressed, so they will not fulfill their purpose for the second coming of Christ. One of the devil's strategies is to ensure that poverty levels in Africa remain alarmingly high, despite the abundance of valuable natural resources the continent has. By weaponizing poverty, he wants to divert the attention of Africans away from God's purpose and redirect it toward their material needs. This serves as a distraction, making it challenging for people to focus on their spiritual growth and purpose. Instead of realizing and embracing the potential bestowed upon them by God, many individuals and communities in Africa find themselves preoccupied with the struggle for basic necessities. which keeps them away from seeking a deeper connection with their Creator and fulfilling their unique roles in His plan. Furthermore, the devil sows seeds of discord, corruption, and division among Africans, which further stands against the unity and strength needed to fulfill their prophetic purpose. When communities are torn apart by conflict and mistrust, their collective efforts towards achieving spiritual growth and positive impact are automatically weakened. We need to pray for the spirit of discernment so we will not fall for false teachings. But the good news is that in these times, no matter how hard the devil tries to stop Black people from fulfilling their God-given destiny, God's will is sure to prevail. He has a special plan for the Black community, and this is one of great revival, even bigger than any other community during the challenging times of the end. As the world faces trials and tribulations during the end times, this revival will act as a beacon of hope, leading many hearts toward God's loving embrace. Then the Black community, united in God's love, will become a powerful force for good during the end times, leading many to salvation and strengthening the global spiritual community, just like Simon from Cyrene carried the cross of Christ. As we approach the reign of Jesus for 1,000 years in Jerusalem, the revival among Black people will shine brightly, and God's divine purposes will triumph in the end. But will you be a partaker of this great work? Will you give yourself to be used for the propagation of the gospel to lost souls? If you want to be part of this special plan from God, the time is now to turn away from your sinful ways and become part of the church ready for the rapture. The end times are already here, and you wouldn't want to be left behind. Now is the moment to make a choice and follow God's path. It's essential to leave behind sinful behaviors and embrace a life of faith and righteousness. The end times are upon us, and it's a critical time to seek God's forgiveness and guidance. You wouldn't want to miss the opportunity to be part of God's divine plan. Helping to bring revival means spreading God's love, hope, and truth to those who are lost and searching for answers. By being a source of light and compassion, you can make a difference in their lives and lead them to salvation. Let go of every sin that might hold you back. Embrace God's calling with an open heart and willing spirit. Together with other believers, you can be a powerful force in making a positive change in the world and fulfilling God's purpose. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.